time for another monthly favourites, and without sounding like a stereotypical cliche of a favourites video, I'm actually really surprised it's been another month. I don't know where 2014 is going, but I don't like it. I feel like time's going too quickly. I'm pretty sure everybody feels the same way, but it's crazy to me. Today I'm going to be talking through the products that I've been loving this month, and there are actually a few old favourites in here. I've got to be honest with you guys, I've been in a makeup funk recently, and my foundation in particular, like nothing that I do with my makeup seems to look right. We've all been there, it's not a big deal, I'm sure it will go as quickly as it came, but you know what I'm talking about. There are some days and you just, nothing you do to your face, no matter what product you put on it, you look horrendous, or you feel like you look horrendous, and that's how I've been feeling recently. Things don't seem to be sitting very well on my skin. So I'm going to start experimenting with a few primers because maybe that is my problem. But one thing has really been helping me out, and that is this little baby right here. But ignore how dirty it looks. This is actually, well, it was clean. I used it this morning, but it's quite stained. This is my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge, I think it's called, and I've actually found that this is the only thing that can save the cake face at the moment. And right now I'm wearing, let me just reach and get it, the Benefit Bigger Than BB Big Easy, and I'm testing this out. I've got to be honest with you guys, I don't know if I like this, and I really don't know because I can't tell if it's just my skin and the fact that nothing is working at the minute, or if I just don't like this. But it is a cream to powder, and I feel like it just emphasises like tiny fine hairs on my face, you know, like the little blonde hairs that, well, maybe not everybody has them, but I do, and it kind of looks like it's clinging in places. But the only thing that has really helped me this month has been this sponge, and I use it for all different types of things. I use it under my eyes, this point here. I use the flat bit for kind of blending in makeup. I've noticed a huge difference when I use this compared to when I use my fingers or a brush. And even buffing brushes that I used to love look really cakey in comparison to when I use this, and I love it. The next thing that I've been really enjoying using is an old favourite, and this looks disgusting, but it is the Maybelline Eraser for the under eye. Click this up and then you use the sponge to apply this to your under eyes, and I pat it in with my fingers. It was in a handbag, I forgot I had it, started using something else, then I found it and I was like, wait, why did I stop using this? So now I'm using it again. It really works to brighten your under eye area, and again, things have been looking really cakey under my eyes and just emphasising tiny fine lines and just not sinking into my skin, kind of sitting on top. And this, I don't know if it's the sponge or the product or both, but it really just makes the whole situation a lot better. For blusher, I've really been enjoying using the Benefit Coralista, and this is one of the few blushers that I've actually hit pan on, and I haven't used this for a while. I was really into it last year. I used to use it non-stop, but recently I've been reaching for it again. I really like the fact that it's got a bit of a shimmer in there, and I think coral and peachy blushes suit me best anyway, and I find that they go with a lot of different types of makeup. So if I'm not sure what I'm going to do, very often I'll do my face and then I'm like, what eyeshadows am I going to wear? And I feel like peachy coral tones just go with anything, so it's really easy to wear. But I like the fact that this has a little bit of shimmer in there because it sort of acts as a natural highlight. On a day-to-day basis, if you don't want to wear highlight, I forget sometimes to put highlight on, and then I realise like, oh, I didn't put anything on. But when I use a blusher like this, it kind of gives you that glow and just makes you look healthy. I've been really into moisturising lip balm type things this month, and the first one is really cheap, really inexpensive, and a really great product. And I have a few of these shades actually, but the one that I have is the pink one, the one that I've been wearing the most, and it's a really kind of hot pink, but it just gives a nice glaze to your lips, really similar to sort of a Revlon lip butter or that kind of a thing, a Maybelline Baby Lips. But it's actually by Carmex, and these are really easy to put in your handbag. I've used so much of this, you can see. Again, I was using this a lot last summer. I just really like the colour of this pink one. It's quite pigmented, but it's not too much, it's not like a lipstick, and it's really slim, so I feel like they're really great to just put in your pocket or in your bag, and very inexpensive too. So I love those. They're called Carmex Moisture Plus Yeah, love that. Another liquid lip balm situation that I've been using this month is the Almay Colour and Care Liquid Lip Balm. You can't get Almay in the UK, unfortunately. We did used to be able to get it, but not anymore. And this was actually picked up for me by my friend Laura. I'll link her channel below. I did a haul, I'll link that too if you want to go back and watch, because she picked me up some things from the States. And this was on my list because I'd seen a lot of people talk about it, including my friend Estee. This is not a colour that she had, I don't think, but this is Apricot Pucker, and I just love coral. I love peachy coral shades for lips and cheeks, so I thought, I'll give it a go. This is really nice. It looks very glossy on your lips, so it looks like a lip gloss. It kind of looks very polished and like you're really put together. It's got a hint of colour, sort of similar to the Carmex situation, but it's not sticky at all, and I love it. I love it so much. It's very useful when you're on the go and you just want to top up your lip product but you don't want to look too, you know, overdone. It smells like a MAC lipstick as well. It's really, really nice, and I'm gonna look into ordering some more of these online. Hopefully I can find them somewhere because I really want to try the other colours because I love the formula. A product that I have been in love with this month is the Benefit Gimme Brow, and this is their brow gel, but it's a gel fibre technology or something along those lines. I don't know, but basically it fills in your eyebrows, keeps them in place and gives them some colour as well. And I usually use a clear brow gel because I like to fill my eyebrows in with a eyeshadow because they're quite sparse, and not sparse, they're very thick naturally, but sparse because I overpluck them. I have a whole blog post on this which is quite lengthy about my eyebrows, about what my eyebrows look like without anything in them, and then I show you during and after with this, so there are pictures if you want to see it. I have had some requests to show you on camera, so if you want an actual full review of this, let me know with a demo. But essentially I have never found a brow gel that I really felt filled my eyebrows in properly, and so I used to use eyeshadow and then a clear gel on top. This actually fills them in. I have actually got powder in my eyebrows as well today because I just felt like doing it, but you can see in the pictures on my website that this alone is absolutely fine, especially for day-to-day sort of going out. You just can slick this on and it's very easy, and I never thought that filling my eyebrows in would be easy, so I'm very impressed with this, and I use medium deep. When I was reviewing this, I actually talked about the Maybelline Brow Drama, which had like a little spike on the end, and it put me in mind of the Benefit their Real mascara, which also has a little spike on the end. So I thought to myself, I have a tube of that and I haven't opened it, and I used to use this last year, really liked this mascara. I think I put it in a few favourites, but I hadn't opened a new tube of it, so I've been using that as well, and it was sort of kick-started by this. I'm having a real love affair with older Benefit products at the moment, like the blusher. I've been using the Benetint as well recently on my lips, and now I'm falling in love with the mascara again. But I've been really on a bit of a Benefit hype at the minute, so their Real mascara, I'm wearing it now. I'm not wearing any eyeliner today, so you should be able to see the mascara alone in all its glory, but this is a very volumizing mascara. I think it's the best selling mascara in the UK or something like that. They sell a lot of these every second or something ridiculous, but it's well worth it. Kind of on the pricey side, but it lasts me for a very long time, so yeah, this is very nostalgic favourites. But another thing I've gone back to is the Stila In The Light palette. You might remember a while ago now, when I was still in the bedroom at my parents' house when I was staying with them, I talked about this palette, and I thought that it was better than the Naked palette for my skin tone and what I like my makeup to look like. I felt like the shades suited me better in this palette, and it has more matte shades. So I have a whole video on this, which is quite old now, but this is essentially what the palette looks like. It's been well loved over time. I used to use Kitten a lot, as you can see. I've hit pan on that. But recently I've been enjoying Bare, Bubbly and Gilded Gold, or Bare, Bubbly and Sunset. I overlooked this gold shade because I was so into Kitten, and because I've hit pan on Kitten, I'm like, maybe I should use some other colours in this palette. So I've been wearing this a lot, and I don't have it on today, stupidly, but this has been my go-to palette really recently, and it's a bit of a foolproof eye for day-to-day wear. I dyed my hair this month, and you may or may not be able to tell, but I've got a little bit of balayage going on, just a little bit lighter at the ends, kind of peeking through. I'm not sure how much you can tell. This lighting setup makes my hair look a lot darker than it actually is. When I'm editing videos, I always think my hair looks really dark on camera. If you go on my Instagram and you sort of go through some pictures on my Instagram, you can see what my actual hair colour is like. It's a much lighter brown than it looks on this camera, and it looks really flat and dark on this camera. But if you want me to do a video on how I did the slightly lighter sections at the bottom at home, I did film the process. I didn't know if anyone would be interested. If you are, let me know and I will edit that together for you. But I've been really trying to keep my hair in good condition this month, and the first thing that I've been loving is this Bumble Hairdressers Invisible Oil. I've been using the Dove serum for ages and I love that stuff, but I realised I hadn't used this in a while, and what I do is I'll blow dry my hair, just blow dry it straight with a round brush, and then I will curl it with a conical wand. I've been using my Cloud9 one, and then I'll just take some of this oil on my hands and separate it, because I tend to brush the curls out so they're kind of a bit wavy and not too ringlet, kind of toddlers and tiaras. But I run my fingers through my hair with the oil in them, and it just kind of gives them definition, but without being, you know, spiral curls that look like really overdone. So I'm really enjoying this. It hides the split ends that I need to get cut off, but I keep procrastinating with that. And another thing that is a bit of a blast from the past is this Herbal Essences Hello Hydration Deep Nourishing Intensive Mask. This stuff is kind of just silicones really. It's quite affordable, very easy, quick fix for when my hair is unmanageable, but my hair loves silicone, and I just make sure that I use a very clarifying shampoo every week, every 2 weeks if I'm using a lot of silicone. But my hair soaks up silicone like no other, so it works for me. And this smells really good. Smells really fantastic, and it makes sure it lingers on your hair, which I really like. I haven't used this for a long time. I totally forgot that I ever had it, but my car broke down about 2 months ago and I have had no car in the meantime. I've recently got a new car, which is another one of my favourites. I got a Toyota hybrid, but I was doing my grocery shopping online whilst I was waiting for the new car to be delivered, and this was being promoted, and honestly if I never got my grocery shopping delivered I would never have gone to this. There it was on offer and I bought quite a few. The last favourite is actually the lipstick that I'm wearing now, and it's quite a new addition to my lipstick collection, but I feel with lipsticks you know straight away when you put it on whether you like it or not, and this was a love at first sight moment, so I wanted to mention it. It's from the Body Shop. It's the Colour Crush lipsticks, but this is the Colour Crush Shine edition. They're the Body Shop's answer to the YSL really moisturising, what are they, the Rouge Pure Shine, and you know, the really glossy, really easy to wear, kind of sheer slick of colour lipstick. These are fantastic. This is number 18. I'm going to reapply. These are so easy to wear, very moisturising, just give you a hint of colour and glossiness and shine. They're not sticky, they're very lip balm texture, which is what I've been loving in case you hadn't realised. But I'm really impressed with these. So those are my favourites for the month of March. I hope that March was a fantastic month for you and that April will be amazing as well. And I'll leave all my links, my Twitter, my Instagram and all that jazz below if you want to say hi. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. A brush. Oh, my phone's ringing. Let's just wait for that to end because if I move this is gonna be bad. I'm gonna have to go, aren't I? This is amazing. It looks very